morning and welcome to Let Your Love Grow. This is my brand new gardening channel and I hope you enjoy it. I know there's hundreds of gardening channels out there, so thank you for stopping by to see mine. My intro might be a little long today, but if you bear with me, you won't have to put up with an extended intro again. Well, unless we're visiting somebody else's garden, which I'm hoping to do. So, with all that said, forgive me, I do have notes. Since this is my first video, I do believe my husband, Steve Cruz, who has Living the Ozarks, has put the same video on his channel to kind of get me out there. I'm no expert. I'm not a horticulturist. I do have experience, and extensive, but to me, gardening is an adventure. I have made lots of mistakes. I've had lots of achievements, and this is a learning experience. I just want to have fun with it, and I just want everybody else to have fun. My gardening experience did start at a very early age, inspired by my mother and my 3 great aunts. School marms at that. Old maids. Cut. It really was a great way to grow up. I enjoyed being a farm kid, and I'm very proud of being a farm girl. I just think with all that said now, you want to come see my garden? Come on. So this is the outside. We'll give you a tour around it a little later, but isn't it pretty? These are a new nasturtium for me. I grow nasturtiums every year. Little unknown or less known fact is nasturtiums are your sacrificial lambs. Your aphids will go to them before they go to your plants. So I always suggest putting nasturtiums and marigolds in your beds and the corners or around your plants. And as you can see, they're doing pretty good. These were planted on 2/11. So here's our Brussels sprouts and our cauliflower. For some reason, I don't have the best luck with broccoli, but I keep trying. So these were all planted on 1/24/22, and as you can see, they are ready to be planted, even though they have 6 more days to go, babies. So here's our peas for this year. I do have 2 more coming from Baker Creek. Yay, Baker Creek. But right now, this is what's going on. I did go ahead to start them in pots. Usually I don't, but they grow so fast, and I just wanted to give them a little bit of a head start. And if you like the little signs that I've made, my little plant tags, I'll be showing you in another video how to make them, because they're free and they're easy. Here's my beans. I grow lots of beans every year. I like dried beans. I like to can beans. We eat a lot of beans. No songs in the background, please, honey.
Beans, sweetheart, the more you eat.
That's a cut. I'm just kidding. So I raise black coats and marvels of Venice, blawhides, blue lakes, Kentucky wonders, purple holes, and Cherokee wax. And this year I have some of the long beans. I think they call them the rattlesnake beans. I don't have the name of it right in front of me. These were all planted on 3/4 and 3/8. And as you can see, they too are ready to go in the ground. These are my pretty cucumbers, which look awesome on the trellis, as well as the beans, but we'll go into that later. I've planted, I believe, 8 different kinds. I have 3 different kinds of picklers and then a lot of slicers, since my husband is addicted to cucumbers. He calls them brain food. And these are my beautiful trellises that the beans, the peas, the cucumbers, and some melons that I've planted will be climbing. It is absolutely beautiful. We'll show you a picture from last year as they started to climb. It's a real joyful thing to see your babies climbing up these trellises. More nasturtiums. I probably planted 4 or 5 different kinds this year, and then there's some cilantro and of course some basil. I plant lots of basil with my tomatoes. They like it. They like each other. Here are some sunflowers. If you know of Baker Creek's Facebook group, there was quite a debate, because I've always heard that you want to direct sow sunflower seeds. But I took the advice of some people, and I'm trying this. This is an experiment. and when they get a certain height, I'll plant them. The reason why I didn't direct sow them this year is because last year, every time I tried to grow sunflowers, the squirrels thought I planted them for them. Here are my new morning glories. I love morning glories. I know a lot of people think they're invasive and terrible. I love them. I have moonflowers. These are Grandpa Otts, which is a deep, deep purple. And I have Scarlet O'Hara's, which is a very scarlet morning glory. And of course, more nasturtiums. These are from seeds from my last year marigolds. I do preach planting marigolds because the deer do not like them. They give off a scent that they absolutely, it just is a great repellent. I don't know how else to put it. And as you can see, there's a couple of mystery tomatoes in here too. We all have those. Then over here, oh, I planted these baby watermelons the other day. I found some seeds left over, so we've got our fingers crossed for that too. And these, believe it or not, are 10-year-old poppy seeds, and look how they've come up. I'm so excited. I love poppies. And here are some of my wonderful herbs. These seeds were a gift from a sweet, sweet lady who has Eco Blue Farms on YouTube. She's just great. I think you'll really like her, but thank you. So I have zinnias going here because I just like to have pretty flowers in my garden as well, bringing my pollinators. And these are my peppers. And there are more in the house because I do believe I counted 24 different varieties this year. And more zinnias. As you can see, there's a few more peppers over here as well, but these are some of the tomatoes. We have 12 varieties of tomatoes growing, but I do also grow some of these tomatoes for some friends of mine. So, as you see, I put basil in here, and there's more peppers in here, but these are beauties. Look, uh-oh, watch. See? Bye-bye. Our first blossom. Oh, second blossom.
On April 1st.
On April 1st. Still in their seed pots. Here's our first strawberries. And if you look over here, no, this one's turning red. See, your first one. Again, something else my husband absolutely loves is strawberries. And these are Ozark Beauties. And I did cheat and buy live plants. So most of these are herbs left over from last year. They weathered really well in the greenhouse. And here is one of my first lemon trees. This lemon tree is almost 2 years old. It'll be transplanted here soon. But all of these just did great inside the greenhouse. Oh, look, more of the poppies. What do they call them? Paver poppies, something like that. This guy here, this bee balm, we were sure dead. And look at it. It just has gone crazy. All right, I have some romaines here. This is the first year growing the purple romaine, so they've been doing great. I've just been covering them with a tub at night, and wow. I have wasabi radishes growing over here. I ran out of my little cards. I'll be making more, hence the video. And then we have carrots and white icicle radishes growing here. The other radishes are in the greenhouse. So here are the new cedar beds going in, and it did take my wonderful husband an entire day to dig down with this pick 6 inches to get these 2 beds leveled and in place. As you can see, it's a work in progress and still looks like a construction site in areas, but here are the 5 new beds going into place, and then there will be 1 or 2 4x4 cedar beds over here in this blank area. Okay, all right. So before we started this entire greenhouse was full of seedlings. Full, the floor too. Everything was in because we had hopefully our last frost last night. Hopefully.
April 1st.
Yeah, April Fool's Day, Mother Nature. Yay. So we carried everything out so you could get a good look at the greenhouse. He's so cute. He's behind the camera telling me, take 1, take 2. This is my beautiful greenhouse. First, the history. This was presented to me, the idea, on the last night of our honeymoon in Cedar Key, Florida. And my husband said, I'm gonna build you a greenhouse. And I was like, okay, really? Cool. And he did. So this is it. He found plans out of a book that his father gave him, like, I don't know how many years ago. And of course, my husband being the engineer that he is, he tweaked him here and tweaked him there, and this is what I got. And it's beautifully built, and I believe he has a video, or will have a video, of him building the greenhouse. Some of you may have seen our pre-introduction to this channel last year on his YouTube channel, Living the Ozarks. But I just want to show it off. So it's got cedar shelves, and we got pipes, supports off of Amazon, but it has cedar trim around the windows, which the window was a score at a thrift shop for, like, I think $15, and it's big. He made these double Dutch doors. There's one in the front and one back here. There's cedar on the bottom, and then the triple layer polycarbonate on top, so more sun comes in. I love the shelves. I can't get over the shelves. This thing, my tea cart, I did this all by myself. I bought this at a yard sale for $12 and just put the cedar on top. The wall here, of course, is not finished. We have 2 walls and the ceiling that still need the T111 or paneling, whatever we're going to put in it. But one of the great features of this greenhouse is this raised bed in here. I hope you can see it well enough, but it is 3 by 12 because this greenhouse is 10 by 12. And we can grow things in here in the wintertime. We started all this lettuce about mid-February. I'm trying to think of a date real quick. I missed that one. And it's been doing beautifully. He also made these cute little folding tables, which I'll show you better later. But that's so I can put my seedling trays. The polycarbonate is not cheap, I won't lie. It's like, thanks to COVID and all that, it's gone up exponentially. I think it's up to like $160 a sheet. Something outrageous like that. But it is wonderful, and this greenhouse warms up so fast, and it stays warm all night. But one thing that helps is this little book. It's just a little binder notebook, not really a binder, just a little book. I picked it up, this one probably at Hobby Lobby for like $3 or $4. I use this to write down all my seeds, put them in their categories, and then when I plant them, I date it. And then when they sprout, I try very hard to write down their sprout date. Now, I have missed a couple. But the reason I do this is because not all tomato plants sprout within 5 to 7 days. Not all zinnias sprout in 2 to 3 days. So this helps to give a reference. I also have information in here about if they're a determinate tomato or an indeterminate tomato, how many days to maturity. It really helps that part of it out. And another thing I really like about this is I can keep a record in here of when I fertilize, because I can get a little zealous, and too much fertilizer is definitely a bad thing. So I think my husband has some close-ups of my book so you can see what I've been doing in it. It's just a great place to scribble down your ideas and keep track of this, that, and the other. So in closing, we want to thank you for joining us on our journey. Our next video is going to be all these seedlings going into the garden. We're going to show you how to properly use blood meal, bone meal, garden lime, and a few other things. Now, Steve has takes and video of him building this greenhouse, building the beds, setting them into place. But I would like comments if you would like to see those. Just please let us know. And another thing, he's going to be putting in the automatic window openers, and then there'll be solar temperature controlled ventilating fans going in. I hope I said that right. And those are going to be what's coming up in the near future. Again, thank you very much. We hope you have a beautiful day. Let your love grow. Bye.